Asaase Breakfast Show.
Yeah, one of the classics. You got to call them classics. There's several, but that's definitely one of them. Only because of the line Marion Jones, just because of that. Because I always wanted to know what was he going to do with Marion Jones's name after she got herself into trouble. We're talking, of course, about the great Mr. Music Man himself, Kojo Antwi, and we're happy to have him in the studio. Welcome. Thank
you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a privilege. Kojo, I've got to ask you, firstly, if you're describing yourself, how do you describe yourself?
A musician. That's all I can say.
Right.
Everything I do rotates around music. So,
right.
Yeah.
From the beginning, you started out in school band, or how did that start?
Not really. I joined the Boom Talents.
Right.
Joined the Boom Talents, then after the Classic Handles.
Classic Handles. I remember.
Yeah. Classic Handles became the Classic Vibes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you were like lead singer at that time.
Yeah.
Or instrumentalist as well.
Yeah. Not really.
No.
I learned the instruments afterwards.
All right. So then you decided to go solo.
Yeah.
So and then you just year upon year. So I'm going to go through. You've got 22 albums to your name.
Not
Is
really.
that right?
Not really. I have just about 13 albums.
13.
They've been putting message about me on different platforms, but 12 albums.
12 albums.
13 albums. The 14th has been ready for 6 months, for 6 years already, and so we're just waiting for the right time to drop it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. For you, what are your inspirations? What inspires you?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything. Everybody.
So, but when I'm going to write a piece of music like America. Where did that come from?
Musician means you have to be very creative. That means you have to use everything, elements that you find in the news. You hear people talking about, the best runner then, Michael Jones, and then the
Michael Johnson.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I felt it was right to use that. For me, it was more for the Ghanaians to learn because it's not everyone who knows about Marion Jones in Ghana, and it's not everyone who knows about Michael Johnson in Ghana. But I decided to use it ahead of the people.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, for you, how do you create? Do you create music, then say I'm going to add some lyrics, or do I do lyrics and then find a beat, or you work with people? And
I work with melodies.
Right. Okay.
I work with melodies. The melodies comes in the form of tongues. Tongues. Yeah, that's how it comes. So you start creating the words to fit it.
Right. Do you have a process? Like, do you take time out and go and sit in some mountain somewhere? And
a lot of time. I don't really need to go elsewhere to write. I have a studio at home. I have a studio everywhere I go. There's a studio. In my bedroom, there's a studio.
Okay.
So if the idea happens, you just put it down wherever you want.
So you live music. You live music. So greatest inspirations for you. I mean, you grew up at a certain time, and we said late 70s, 80s and stuff. 80s and stuff. You're listening to music. What is influencing you?
Everyone. I keep saying everyone and everyone. Every musician that has something that I can learn.
Right.
Usually when I'm in Ghana, I listen to radio maybe the first 3 days. But then I have places that I've switched to for news, where I'll switch to for music, because there's a lot of bombardment of sound in the airways. but you need to determine what will benefit you as a musician.
Right. So, but then so what is your sound then? What do you call it?
I'll still go back to the everything. I listen to Javan. I listen to Javan. I listen to Stevie Wonder. I listen to Nanam Pedu. I listen to everyone.
Yeah. But you sing in both English and in Chi, even though Chi is the most. But you sung in English a few times.
I see that you've written Kojo Antwi, high life musician. That's a bit off.
It's a bit off.
I mean, I can't complete the words, but high life musician limits me as a performer.
Okay.
You know, you can just say Kojo Antwi musician.
All right.
That's enough.
We'll get them to change that.
Instead
of saying high life.
I see that everywhere I go, so it's no problem.
But I mean, if we say you're a high life legend, it doesn't mean you don't play other music. You're just saying that you're a legend in high life as well.
No. There's a lot of reggae in what I do.
Right.
My music is centered around reggae.
Okay.
So if you describe it with high life is big, good, but it limits me as a performer.
Okay, so when you say that you got that influence, the Caribbean influence and reggae, for example, well, what is it about the reggae? Is it the conscious lyrics, or is it the beat?
The conscious lyrics, the message for the people.
Right. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you again, influences. So now I can focus on reggae music.
Influence is from, I live now. This has everything for you guys to.
Okay.
It's out.
This is coming out. No, it's not out yet.
Okay.
I just brought it here for you. It's not out.
Come and tempt people.
Exactly.
Okay. When is it out?
Next year is coming out.
Okay.
So once it's out, you have everything that I'm talking about.
Right.
So let's talk about now and talk about the show.
No problem. Okay, so Mr. Music Man, the book is coming out soon, so you can get the other information. But anyway, so Freedom Family Entertainment presents the shows coming tomorrow.
Correct.
Time 6 p.m. Tell us about the show. And you do it every year. You have this one event, massive event.
Yeah.
This is the one for this year, yeah? Okay. So give us some information about that. Kojo Antwi.
Adina is performing, Ufurian Ponsa is performing. There's a surprise artist who is also performing with me. There's a what's the name? Yeah, there's a Kojo Black.
Okay.
Also performing. And then and some
other guys will be up there.
Ketia is also coming on stage. So
okay.
Yeah.
What's it? Is this so? It's a blend of different artists, and then you are the headline act for this show.
We are all headlining.
But
I just get the opportunity to play after everyone.
No problem. It's Get Kojo Antwi Mark II. Upsa Auditorium, Legon.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. New music coming up, or just old stanzas?
I've already had about 3 albums ready for the past 6-7 years. It's been ready, but music is not listened to for the sake of music. You need to do all the things you can do with Instagram and all the social media platforms, and that's what I'm still exploring.
Right. So you're getting into
I'm trying to. That's more. People don't really listen to music anymore like we used to.
Right.
The song that you played before. America. There's no video to it, but it became a hit. Right now, you cannot have a song out there without a video. So,
right. So you're getting more tech savvy.
It has. It's already started long time ago. Yeah.
Okay. So in Ghana, for you, this concert, and again, this is a challenge for a lot of people. Kojo Antwi only comes out once a year, like literally. This is it, and if you miss it, then that's it for the whole year.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is it? The Kojo Antwi end of year. What is it?
That's the magic. You can be performing everywhere. I've done that with the boom talents, with the classic handles, with the classic vibes. I've done all the traveling around, and you, as an artist, you get to choose a time that you can go on stage and explore. When I'm talking about exploring, I mean you come on stage and do different things that you haven't done on any other stage. Things that you won't see any other musician repeating.
Right.
You know, most people go to events and it's like they are dancing with their partner and the music is happening over there. But when you come to my event, the performance and how I appear on stage, whatever will happen to that music that you've listened to over and over is the most important thing.
Right. So for you, this once a year event is critical, and that's your style. Everybody recognizes you now for that. Yeah. Are you not afraid that you'll be forgotten during the rest of the year? Nobody is hearing anything.
Everybody comes at a time and fades out.
Right.
That's a reality you have to live with. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The type of music I was playing 20 years ago, 30 years ago, the young ones that yesterday I was late to the interview because yesterday I was at Katie's show.
Okay.
I went to support him.
Right.
Just do one song and left.
Mm-hmm.
Fading out everything that was created. Everything that we live with will fade out.
Right.
And when it's my time, I just walk off.
Right.
And just allow the young ones to
do what they
be
gotta
loud.
do. Are you mentoring anybody?
A lot of them.
Right.
I mean, with my music, I'm setting up a place. There is this book, which will be a good thing for the industry. This is not talking about me. This is about the industry. I've had the privilege to meet great people in the African industry.
Right.
That's why I refuse to be labeled high life musician.
Right.
You understand?
I got you.
Correct.
Because you're more than a simple high life musician.
Yes,
okay. And favorite venue to perform? You?
We are playing at the UPSA hall.
Right. But you're
tomorrow.
Yeah, and I get that.
But we're setting up today.
Yeah, I got you. But what's your favorite place you've ever played at, here or
favorite
abroad?
Place? Okay. No, I get it. I couldn't. Still looking forward to perform at the Madison Square Garden. I haven't done that yet.
All right.
Yeah. I see Mike Tyson and all the big boxing and shows going on. So if I get the chance to perform at Madison, that would be a great place. But I've done shows in Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Finland, Swiss, Germany, Italy, those places. So
you're good.
You get a hall that the acoustics are nice, and you get to a brilliant audience to perform for. That's what makes a good place to perform.
Right. A place where you get the vibe is good, and your sound is also, you're hearing the sound well.
Correct.
And your sound, how involved are you in the sound that you are putting together, like the instrumentalization and everything else?
All the way. Most of them, some of the musicians, some of the music I play them myself. I perform them myself, but as the sound keep changing with the youth, they have a lot of depth in the songs. So sometimes you can work with someone like KY, you can work with all the great guys to see what they can bring to the song. But I try to be involved in a song because the song reflects. They are my babies. The songs are my babies.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Culturally, what cultural stuff comes into your work? Any cultural memories, like anything from when you were growing up? Does any of that stuff come into any of your music?
All the time. The music that I do. Okay, we were into albums. We are not into bangers. Like the young ones talk about. Bangers is like you have to come out with a dance track, which is good,
right?
You know. But if you check what I've done and what I'm doing, when the Tempo was doing Azonto, I was doing America. If you know the song America, it's completely different from everything that was out there.
Right.
And I'm still fighting to keep the music alive. Because these bangers are good to listen to, they are good to dance to them. But you can ask yourself, 3 months, 5 months into a song, you want a new one.
Right.
So that's where you have to. I will come up with an album that gives me the opportunity to do ballads, to play mid-tempo, to do up-tempo.
So you think the bangers, they're fine for the moment, but they're not going to be classics. They're going to come and be forgotten. So you want to play classic music, basically.
That's what I want to do.
Right. So for you, apart from that, what do you think about the music, the styles of music that we have here in Ghana right now?
I love a lot of the things the young ones are doing. I love a lot of the things, but some of the things we need to speak about are the lyrics and the attitude. The lyrics and the attitude, because the attitude, I don't know where it's supposed to be.
What kind of attitude? What are you talking about? The artist's attitude, respect, or what is it?
I'm not speaking about the artist. I'm speaking about music in general.
Right.
Our approach to what they do, what we allow them to do, and when we speak about music, radio stations are involved, television stations are involved, all the networks that keeps music alive.
All right. So just a quick reminder, we're talking to Kojo Antwi, of course, the legend. He's a musician. And he's got a concert tomorrow, 24th December, time 6 p.m. at UPSA Auditorium, Legon. It's the Get Kojo Antwified Mark II, number 2.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow, and sponsored. Grab tickets at, I can make sure I can get this. First National Bank, V Tickets, partners for the event, First National Bank, Beyond the Return, ICE, and of course, Asaase Radio is supporting, but there are others as well. And we just wanted to switch tack a little bit. Nanaya, you've got some thoughts on culture. This Miss Culture is here.
There's so many questions going through my mind, very much related to what Kojo was asking earlier on. I find it amazing that you say things will fade away, their time will come and it'll go, because you've been more than 40 years in the business. I believe you started out, you said, when you were a teenager, and you were playing cover versions. You're playing the standards, all the American greats, the funk tunes of the time, reggae, and then you merged to reggae, and then you found your own songwriting vibe. I wondered, because you have this particular connection to North America, you're big there. You've even been given the keys to the city of Worcester. You're a recognized thing in the public realm. What do you find from American music? We know about how it influenced you when you were younger, but what do you find from the American music percolating around now, and that will be arriving in Ghana in the next few days, Dirty December at its height? What do you find that really kind of drives you in global African music now?
The American music is large. If I speak about American music being large, you have R&B, you have the blues, you have country, and all this other music. The one that I relate to, the one that I listen to most, is most of this R&B music. It has a lot of rhythm. It has a lot of their videos has a lot of it reflects where they are coming from, and see, America has this loud Hollywood that amplifies everything they do, things that you wouldn't even you fly to America and you wouldn't even see it, but they show it in the movie, their flag, what is in their mind, and that influence has also affected the music. My main problem with the American music is right now, all of us are expected to be content providers on social media platforms. The local musician Stevie Wonder was here. All of them are expected to begin to sit behind the computer and send a message about them on the net. Some of us are power, but I try in my way to work with them. I think what they do is a reflection of what we are doing here. The rhythms, the Aduwa, the Agbaja, the Panlogo, and the rest, we do them differently. And it reflects in them through the R&B, through the jazz, and that's B.B. King will play on his guitar and all that. So there is that relationship, there is that relationship that we can always work with, and we are trying to work with that.
And I find it intriguing. You talked about the thing of how for you, a track doesn't, well, for the world, a track doesn't exist unless you have the video to go with it. The thing of social media. I mean, for somebody who has had your length of career, it's astonishing how good you've been keeping up with the technology. I wondered how you felt, particularly digital streaming of music, has affected the way you make music, or has it affected you at all?
It has affected us. I can talk just for me. We used to buy albums and check who played what. The drummer of the Wailers, Carlton Barrett, played what? Air 25, who played the bass, or Kool and the Gangs, who is doing the lead vocals. We buy them and we wanted to know who is on what album. But right now it's more about all the songs you have on your iPad or the songs you have on your iPhone. It doesn't really, people don't even listen to music anymore. Music is just in the background. You're checking images, one image after the other, and that has affected all of us. It has affected me because right now I'm struggling. Like I said, I have albums already, albums ready to be released, but without the images you can't release them,
So it's become an audiovisual medium, and without the image, you can't go back to the thing of just listening for the beauty of the sound. There is the stuff that people listen to in their cars, though. Is that the one area where people just enjoy the audio for audio's sake?
There is a generation that belong to that era, and we will always look for the good music. We will always search for the good. See, with this 24th event that I do, Ghanaians love what I do, and most of them, I've served a generation, I'm serving a new generation now. But with what I do, it's you cannot really find that anywhere else. When you go to New York, yes, you can go and watch what you call Lion King in the form of exactly. We're different but when you come to our world, we have the music, we have the rhythms, we have the beauty, we have the art forms, but it is not because we are left to do them on our own. Maybe I'm not answering your directly your question, but this 24th event, it has become the African Music Festival. It has become, I tried to make it stand without me. I made it, I brought Monique Seca, Mayway, I brought, what do you call, Richard Bona, Salif Keita, the Sail Pauls, and I mean, you can name them now, and then you can also speak about most of the Ghanaian artists. We gave Reggie Rockstone the platform to perform. We gave Samini and Maria Japan the platform to perform. But you see, we don't get support anywhere. Sometimes I make comments that if people just read it and put it elsewhere, they don't really understand what is going on. Yes, the football has the nation supporting it. I keep mentioning this. I think it was with one of your presenters. I had an interview with
Kent Mensa. Yes, you did something like that.
I mentioned something that Beyonce was here looking for something, and he found that in Shatta Wale.
Right.
They did a lot of exploring before they decided Shatta Wale is the person we want to use for this. It was a point for us to have a team who would decide what do we do after Beyonce goes. After Beyonce has done what he wants to do, there are a lot of other musicians who are also looking for people with all the
Collaborate.
to just a collaboration but somebody must be somewhere seeing and fighting and trying to get this on that level. Check the Nigerian musicians. Burna Boy, he's all over the place, not just him. Check the other Nigerian musicians. They're playing all over the world, and it's beautiful. Nigeria used to be known for something else, but now you speak about their music, you speak about their art. They're ruling the world. I mean, somehow.
So what's missing in Ghana then?
I said, there's a lot we have to do. We need a team. I'm not talking about just musicians, but we need a team that can support those little things that comes our way, and then we can go out there and explore and find different ways for the Ghanaian musicians.
You find, the way you're talking, how many people think the way you think? See, this thing, it must be in somebody's heart to want to do it the way you're talking about it.
You Ubisabi baby Amifi, and I mentioned the boom talents. I mentioned the classic handles.
Right.
Mentioned the classic vibes. Before I walked into the studio to become a recording artist, there's a lot that I've learned as a practicing artist, playing all the other music of all the great guys elsewhere. And you don't just learn those things and become like everybody else, speak for yourself.
Right. So you basically you're saying that, but the problem is still the same, Kojo. You need people with the same kind of spirit or training or knowledge to be able to form that group that you're talking about.
There are.
Are there?
There are.
In Ghana here?
There are.
Yeah.
Great guys.
Right.
Sometimes you don't want to link yourself with some party colleagues or
right. Okay.
Exactly. You know what? But there are.
Right.
There are great people. Who can support what we do
and do that.
Yeah.
So long as it doesn't become political.
Yeah.
Understood.
So you're talking about creatives there, aren't you? I wondered what you think is missing on the business front, because this is also the managers. Okay, so DJs can be creative. It's the DJs, it's the clubs, the producers, the accountants even. As you said, the people who will give you, it's the value chain, the economists like to call it. Are you finding that the other bits, the non-creative bits, are also beginning to come together, or is that still very much a struggle for you?
It is a struggle. Everything we do with music, with being creative, it's always a struggle. Yesterday, like I said, Kidi called a day, I think 2 days before, and said, "Oh, Pop, can you kind of come and support me?" And I was there, yes. The audience were there. He called other artists to come and support him. Kidi is doing very well. He is very creative and active. But it gets to a point that he needs to. He's done songs that are big in India, but we are not supporting that move. So it's either he gets his people around him try to get him on another market, and then he goes there and blah, blah. But there is a lot that we can gain as a nation. We can gain from them. I'm hoping that this book will be. I'm hoping.
Yeah, tell us the title, because I've heard about this book since 2017. You've been promising us this book, because it's been a long time in the coming. And I wanted to ask you what the hold up was in it. Was that there was so much that you wanted to put into it that it took you a long time to filter out exactly what you wanted between the covers, or what was it? What's it called, first of all?
Mr. Music Man. The Journey.
The Journey. Okay.
The Journey.
And the journey continues.
Yeah, this is just about the first book.
Oh.
Probably I'll be doing more of that than being on stage.
Wow.
Because I've done the stage thing. This will be about 33 years of this event.
Okay.
That means a generation is gone. A new generation. My music was played to the young generation, and they've come out there to see me on stage, and it's such a privilege. Now if I go to do a gig from here, I'm going to the center to start setting up and try a few things, and tomorrow I'm hoping everything works for me. Now when I go to do a performance, I see it as a great privilege to have the people there to listen to me. When I was 20, when I was 25 or 30, the people must wait for me. But now I will be there days before the event, because everybody who comes to listen to me is a blessing.
They're still lining up to see you.
These are the things that we need to embrace it and share it with the people.
Right. Learn. Okay.
But who are you hoping is going to read that book? Is it the young people who you're delighted to collaborate with today or perform on stages with? Is it the old timers you hope will read it for nostalgia? Who do you hope is going to read this book? What's in it?
I'm hoping that everybody gets a chance to read it. I'm not even considering the musicians or the artists. Understand what I'm saying? I'm hoping that the when I want to make it rules Mayeno will get to understand some of our moves. This is a book which is written by someone who is on the road. There are professors elsewhere, Legon, you go there and Dr. This and Professor that, and when your music when your music we appreciate that. But this is on the road. You play in Sawam, you drive to Kumasi the next day in a car, you get there, you jump on stage in the afternoon, in the evening you are playing another place. This book is for all of us. I don't, like I said, I know most of my musicians may get it. They may get it because I will sign them for them. I will surely, as long as we cover what we spent for the book,
production costs.
We are ready to just let people have it, so that I feel it's a knowledge that we should
Awesome.
Yeah. And part of it is my trip to Europe with the classic handles.
Oh, okay, back then. All right.
Oh, this is more about back then. Boom
then.
Talents. This more
Volume
about
1.
Yeah, this volume 1. Yeah.
All right.
The one that would talk about my music will follow this.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Kojo Antwi, what's happening tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow?
The magic.
The magic. Well, please give us information on what's happening tomorrow. Again, for listeners who didn't catch the first time.
Listeners, what I'll say is that we want them to be there.
Right.
Yes, I am said tickets now. somehow send. I need to check on my. I think the tickets, are sold out somehow.
Wow.
That's what.
But anyway, you can dial *714 *65 hash. Dial 714 *65 hash, just in case, to see if there's still some tickets alive.
Just
and
in
visit
case.
www.kojoantwi.live.com. All right, just that's the information I'm giving you. Let's get Kojo Antrified Mark 2. Phase 2, Operation 2. That's tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. with a whole host of other stars, including Adina and everybody else that will be there getting this traditional one-off trad opportunity with Kojo Antwi. Before you go, would you are you actually practicing Rastafarian in any form at all? Do you have any reggae or Caribbean beliefs in that way?
If you check what I've been doing, travel. Travel.
Right.
Was it why?
Let me say no. I said right.
Yeah. Okay. My thanks, Rastafari. Yes, at a certain point, yes, we believe in some of that, but it makes you become more conscious African.
Right.
Be aware of what goes on around you and what comes out of you and what you're ready to take in. We need to listen more than talk.
Right.
And that's what I try to do.
That's so you practice that.
Maybe I make us for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
The voice is my instrument.
Right. Okay.
And at this point, people can't even call me, who frame me and who message and must send. It has nothing to do with it, but I need to preserve the voice and try to make it one bebano, ya chehu, ya noa, a bang, now the amount.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. So,
Okay.
so I'm not going to trouble your voice
Oh
anymore.
no, I'm okay. I came for an
To
interview.
protect the
Right. But
voice.
so what's your favorite song?
Favorite song?
Your own favorite
Me
song?
and
Yeah.
the ones I have a lot of songs that are not out yet.
Oh no! Well, you haven't answered my question.
They were out, more there.
Pacho, and they were out now. India.
You see, every song contributed to the Modier Mami legend, name, music man, name, Ghana's favorite son. And no tells me when you go to Ivory Coast, Minyan Taban, they think I haven't done any album. They think the only song I have is Minyan Taban.
Okay.
And through Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, when they grabbed it, Niger, they grabbed it. South Africa is the same Nasifo. Every song has contributed to what I have become.
Yeah, but you haven't answered my question.
I make
So, answer now.
You said any favorite.
You must have some favorites.
You said any favorite.
What song do you say? Okay, fine. Which song, like when you finished singing, you thought, wait there, it expresses me.
When I go on stage, maybe like tomorrow, I may perform for about 3 hours or maybe less or a little more than 3 hours or do, And when you're doing 3 hours, check all the songs that you can do within 3 hours. You don't even do the songs in full. Some of it you do it in a medley. Say you link one and you now do maybe with some of them. After a gig, you've done Bombing Commode, you've done Odomaya Menaye. You sing them over and over. Say one Gasano.
Oh, I understand.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So the time that I enjoy my music is when it's not out there.
Right.
Because
Okay,
I can
okay,
listen.
okay.
When it's out there, I have to find the things that I can say I can be better. I be a dane chord no this way. I got the song will sound. What do I say?
Yes.
And I try to look for those elements in the song. Maybe I'm here too much. What do I say?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm here too much. Maybe I should just enjoy the song like everybody else.
And stop being too particular.
Exactly.
Yeah, detail orientation.
Exactly.
Baby, and we're training so count. Pacho, we're going to say thank you for being part of this show. And you say you have to go and do rehearsals.
Okay.
You've already told us.
Okay.
So we are fully aware of that. We really appreciate your coming in today. Pacho, final word to listeners.
I'm just looking forward to the gig tomorrow. I'm just calling on everyone, Wanamra, and let's share this beautiful night. I mean, can't say one about I'm a mabwa my own. Me more movie. I want to my eye enjoy the night.
Right.
What do I say?
Right.
Yeah. The privilege about the gig is I've been organizing this for all these years, and in that way I can come on stage and be myself.
Kojo.
Kojo. Tomorrow is one of those days. Wanamra. Enjoy that beautiful night.
It's 6 p.m. Tomorrow at the UPSA Auditorium, Legon. Kojo Antwi, get Kojo Antwified, Mark 2, number 2, phase 2. It's happening tomorrow, all right? And it's the annual event. Miss it, you won't hear from him for another year, so you've been told. Thanks so much for coming. That's the one he mentioned specifically. I mean, Kaiser, what can?
I say, this has been a magical moment. Yes. The Kojo to Kojo show.
Yes. Kojo Antwi is somebody we've been with for a long minute, so definitely admire the man. Thank you so much. All right, so can we say bye?
Bye-bye. Because you do important things.
The sun.